Hello, YouTubers, and welcome back to another episode of the Grandstand here on the Ohio Patriot Education Network YouTube channel. I'm, as always, your host, AR the Ohio Patriot. And for today's episode, we're going to talk about why deprivation of rights under color of law needs to be a nationwide felony across the board. So basically, I've seen this far too many times when it comes to people getting into office in this country where they run the quote, I'm a military vet platform, which is basically, I'm a military vet, I know better than you do, blah, 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 blah. And then they'll sit there and be an oath breaking sack of shit like 10 minutes later when they'll try to pass AWBs or safe storage laws or some other bullshit that attacks the Second Amendment is what it is. And it's exactly what we saw most recently here in Virginia with this motherfucker named Daniel Helmer, where he is openly trying to fuck with 2A rights in that state, where he is openly trying to fuck with 2A rights in Virginia there, and trying to get some AWB BS passed, and then basically straight up admit in the one clip that we're going to show here in a minute about every place he is mentioning is a gun-free zone under the Gun-Free School Zones Act that Joe Biden and other Democrats and rhinos helped pass in 1990. How we have not charged these people in Congress and Senate, assholes who stole the presidency at this point, with these crimes right now for being directly responsible for every massacre that happens in these places now they've created in the last 34 years now is what it is beyond me, because they should be. When you are openly passing legislation that directly leads to the death of tens of thousands of people, if not millions of people at this point, honestly, because you have openly created soft targets in this country to where these massacres will happen because of that. No, your ass needs to be literally arrested out of office, thrown in fucking prison, never see the light of day fucking again. And it's as simple as that, really. So, as Coley Noir pointed out in the video that we're going to show here in a couple minutes, though, it was, he calls these people Benedict veterans is what it is. They're not Benedict veterans, dude. They're exactly what we've seen from the military for decades now. They are these piece of shit motherfucking wannabe elitists is what it is. It's the same thing with everybody else that goes in office, too, for that matter. Where they're basically like kowtowing down to you and stuff like that and being like, I'm better than you, I'm smarter than you, I know I'm better than you, I know I'm smarter than you, da, 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 da. Like, just shut the fuck up, peasant, kind of shit is what it is. Yet, meanwhile, their bitch asses are being protected with armed guards every single day of their lives is what it is, dude. There's a reason why we no longer can carry into the chambers of many state houses in this country anymore. A lot of that has to do with other stupid shit that happened back in the 1960s, obviously, with Black Panthers and stuff like that. Doing a stupid ass show of force is what it is at the time, and which directly led to people like Ronald Reagan, who was in the California General Assembly at the time, basically pushing for AWBs and it wasn't AWBs at the time, it was specific bans on being able to carry within the House chambers or whatever it was there in California. And then, of course, it swept nationwide is what it was back then in the late 1960s, early 1970s is what it was there. So it's all unconstitutional bullshit at the end of the day, dude. It really is. And it's exactly why I've been against any form of gun control in this country ever. Especially after my own federal swatting, 4.5, almost 5 years ago now is what it is. So it's a bunch of bullshit. On top of that, we're going to talk about later today, actually, in Buckshot Thursday. Found out last night that Jason Stevens, scumbag sack of shit rhino fuckboy here in Ohio, who literally swiped the fucking House speakership by having a shitload of fucking Democrats and 22 rhinos help him get in office there. He really cut a deal with a Bloomberg puppet, Allison Russo, who should be out of office at this point in state prison because she took a fucking direct bribe from Made Action in 2021. That would be going on 3 years now. May of this year will mark 3 years now. She took that fucking envelope full of cash from Made Action on camera during a House Oversight Committee hearing for constitutional carry and some other stuff. But yeah, basically Stevens, who said we were going to have a floor vote like 2 months ago on HB 51, which would be the Second Amendment Preservation Act or 2A Sanctuary, keeps fucking around with that now, and openly went to the point where yesterday they pushed it to some other committee now instead of actually, I think it was the original House Oversight Committee hearings that was supposed to be there, and now they moved it to some like financial committee or something like that's what it was now. And from there, they basically completely fucked over people and blocked the vote entirely. This is something I've been fighting for over 5 years now, dude. So, yeah, it's a bunch of shit entirely, dude. It's a bunch of shit entirely. And it's the exact reason why, honestly, I would like to find out every single person that is one of Matt Hoffman's stooges right now that are trying to run for office in our state house currently, and the primaries here next month, and start openly endorsing these people at this point, dude, because I would rather have like 25 stooges for Matt Hoffman in power than the fucking blue 22 cocksuckers, than the motherfuckers who completely fucked me over in the last year and a half now in my life, dude, when it comes to pro legislation. And not to mention that, but also the fact that we had another one happen last night, which is something I want to talk about as well on that one, which is from State Rep Brian Stewart, who actually mentioned about how there was some BS passed in the middle of the night, like yesterday is what it was, which is, let me see if I can find it real quick. I thought I put it on here, but maybe I didn't, actually. There was just on my Facebook page, now I think about it. I thought I put it on here too, but no, I guess not. I guess I shared to Facebook only. Okay, well, let me go find it on Facebook real quick then. And I will talk about exactly what I'm talking about here. So, okay, here we go. Yeah, so from State Rep Brian Stewart's page here. This was 14 hours ago he said this. And then he did update about 13 hours ago is what it was, which was the first one here, which is House Finance Committee quietly posted a bill draft of a $1.5 billion capital spending bill at 8 p.m. last night, which obviously was 14 hours ago, so that would have been Tuesday night then. Didn't send it to members and scheduled a vote for 2 p.m. yesterday. So now Jason Stevens has canceled caucuses, so we can't even talk about it. Utterly ridiculous. And then Brian's update to that was, HB2 is 350 million pieces of silver. It rewards Democrats and 22 Republicans with tens of millions of dollars, meaning the blue 22, which is the ones that voted for Stevens' ass in office, what it is there, but leaves table scraps for the Republican majority. It appropriates $0 for 15 Republican voting counties, while every Democrat voting county swims in cash. And the Senate has said none of it is guaranteed to become law. Said I won't go home and tell my district I scooped up table scraps. I'll vote for a fair capital budget someday, but not this. I voted no. And then he posted the actual vote. Here's what it is. These are, every fucking green name on here needs to be fucking primaried next month. And I swear to fucking God, dude. Like every single one of them. Sarah Carruthers, who I know for a fucking fact is a pay-to-play piece of shit in our state house right now, dude. She is also one of the fucking cunts who's been actively fucking over House Bill 51, the Second Amendment Sanctuary Act is what it is. And then we got, obviously, piece of shit Somali terrorist Abduli in there, who shouldn't even be in our fucking state house at all for that matter. Neither should Abrams, neither should fucking Baker, because she's a fucking anti-gun Bloomberg puppet. Tim Barhos is the piece of shit who took over Nina Vitale's office there. And that guy just shows he's a fucking rhino traitor too, for that matter. Blackspear is one of the Democrats. Brennan is one of the Republicans. Brent is a Democrat. I believe Brewer's a Democrat. I know Richard Brown's a Democrat. Jimmy Collender is a rhino sack of shit. Carruthers is a rhino sack of shit. Catrona used to be pro-2A, pro-knife and stuff like that, but now he seems to be a complete scumbag now. So I'm guessing the ones that have the never vote thing, which would be Demetrio, Johnson, Powell, and A. Miller, were probably either absent from this hearing or they had just not voted at that point, or whatever it was then. So who's to say how they voted actually? So ironically enough, the 19 people who voted no, Stolfis, who's running for Congress right now, is my current state rep. So yeah, it's pretty pathetic, dude, that you only had 19 people actually backing a good piece of legislation. And then, of course, in this particular picture, the stupid motherfucking black dude down here is that idiot Dontavius Jarrells. who is one of the biggest sack of shit Democrats who shouldn't even be in office right now at all, because he and Letitia Humphreys literally have districts that are so gerrymandered blue, there's not even any other party on the fucking ballot at all, dude, for either primaries or general elections for that matter. How the fuck are you going to have a percent of power at that point where you have a fucking one-horse race the entire goddamn time for the past fucking 2.5 years been in office, you assholes? Get the fuck out of here. And this is exactly why I hate fucking Democrats in these comment sections. They're all like, oh, but Ohio's so gerrymandered red. Go fuck yourself, cunts. You have gerrymandered over 20 plus extra seats in Franklin County, in Cuyahoga County, in fucking Hamilton County, etc., where all these fucking major cities are, from Columbus, Cincinnati, to Cleveland, to Toledo, to Dayton, etc., dude. You fuckers should have like 8 seats of power in the state right now. Which is basically the major city counties and then like 1 or 2 others. Here's what it is then. If we actually had 1 county, 1 rep legislation, you would have 11 jackasses out the fucking bat right now, dude. Get tossed out of office. Just right away. Just right away. 11 fucking days to be tossed out of office. And they'd all be Democrats, by the way. Because there'd be so many districts that would be gerrymandered to have like 10, 12 seats in them. You'd be like, no, bitch, now you have 1. Go fuck yourselves. And you'd have 11 jackasses fight for the fucking power is what it is then. But of course, bitch asses Allison Russo, hate hoaxer Casey Weinstein, and fuckface Terrence Upchurch were all voting yes on this because Upchurch was obviously the one that was one of the primary sponsors of this bullshit bill. I'm actually disgusted with Josh Williams and Scott Wiggum's yes votes on this one, dude. Because both are supposed to be good people, but they're not, obviously, because they're voting for this crap. And then, of course, Jason Stevens voted yes on this fucking garbage, too, for that matter. I'm actually pretty disgusted by Derek Marin's yes vote on this, too, for that matter, dude. Especially when he's trying to run for Congress now. Like, seriously, how the fuck are you going to have a piece of legislation that you pass pretty much in the middle of the fucking night and then turn around and be like, oh, all your caucuses for tomorrow are no longer able to be done at all, dude, because they're going to go vote on this tomorrow at 2 o'clock is what it is. Like, what the fuck? First of all, why the fuck does Ohio need $1.5 billion to counties, dude? Like, this is what I don't understand at all, dude. Like, how much corruption is going on in the state right now to where we are like 1/3 or 1/4 of the amount of people as Florida, yet we only have like $1 billion or like $2 billion less in our state budgets every couple of years now is what it is? Like, who is paying off who in the fucking backgrounds, dude? Seriously. You know, there's a reason why the corrupt as fuck FBI said like 10 years ago that Ohio was the most corrupt state in the country right now, dude. And they're right about that one. I'll tell you what, man, if we don't go into civil war this year, and I do become governor in 2026, bro, there's gonna be so many people arrested the first day I'm fucking sworn into office then. It's not even funny. Like, I'm gonna immediately exec order fucking deprivation rights of law as a felony charge at that point in the state of Ohio. And then immediately use that to fucking arrest like 150 fucking people right off the bat is what it'll be, dude. I mean that shit seriously. Democrats, rhinos, all of them, dude. Because fuck all these fucking people. It's a bunch of goddamn bullshit is what it is, dude. This is why we need to have a primary everybody on this fucking list, dude, is what it is right now. So, yeah, and even looking at the comments section to the fucking retarded smooth brain Democrat voter base here. You got this moron David guy saying, more people live in Democrat voting counties, so they should get more money. Simple. Shut the fuck up, dude. No, you shouldn't get any more money. If anything, you should get no money at all for that matter, dude. Again, especially when you're pissing away that money on stupid-ass fucking mayoral ships like idiot Andrew Ginther, etc. there, who are trying to grab guns constantly. I swear to God, dude, I fucking can't wait for Civil War to finally go hot in this country in the next couple of months. Here's what it is. And it's because of shit like this right here, honestly. Just watching the fuckery in my own state right now, just watching the fuckery nationwide right now. Like, shit needs to fucking change real quick is what it's going to be, dude. And I think it will, honestly. So, anyway. Going back to talk about the other asshole in Virginia, there's what it is, though. This was that Virginia House passes gun safety bills, as it says here.
Helmer reminding lawmakers of mass shootings across this country in which assault-style weapons were used.
Our schools, our community centers, our college campuses, our nightclubs, and our shopping malls are not war zones.
Oh, you mean every single place that was created as a gun-free zone in the 1990 Gun-Free School Zones Act, buddy? Oh, you mean how you want to say they're not war zones, but yet Obama, when he was president, literally declared the entirety of America a battlefield, you fucking jackass. And that executive order was never rescinded, by the way, for those who don't know about that one. So, yeah, they are actually war zones, asshole. They are actually a battlefield, motherfucker. You lying sack of shit. You, Daniel Helmer, are the exact reason why deprivation of rights under color of law should be one of two things. Life imprisonment felony, death penalty felony. When you are openly depriving millions of Virginians the ability to be able to defend themselves and their families because you want to talk about similar weaponry and quote-unquote weapons of war, guess what, fuckface? We should have access to full auto M4s and M16s, you fucking asshole. Americans should have access to hand grenades and RPGs, douchebag. We should have access to tanks with ammunition, planes with ammunition. Every single fucking thing U.S. military has access to. The American people should have access to that thing. Our founding fathers owned fucking warships, for God's sakes, and used them very effectively against the tyrannical British Empire, which is what led to 1776 and the founding of this fucking nation and to the eventual creation of the U.S. Constitution, something that you, asshole, swore an oath to uphold and have since broken many times over, Daniel Helmer. And the same thing all these fuckers here in Ohio have broken many times over. And the same thing that every Democrat and Rhino has broken many times over when they voted to pass gun control, when they voted to pass anti-life measures that directly kill small children in the fucking womb, etc., etc. So anyway, let's continue on and listen to the rest of the bullshit this motherfucker spews then.
They shouldn't be. It is indisputable.
Oh, wait, never mind. It was more going there. Yeah, because you have dickhead Helmer talking about rifles and stuff being used, but yet then you have guns using mass shootings 1982, 2013, and handguns are the most common type of weapon. That's what it is there. Hell, look, seriously, dude, what have we had this past week, actually? I just talked about, was it yesterday, with that Crumbly kid's mom being charged now is what it is? What did he use in that mass shooting, dude, in Michigan, in that Oxford High shooting? He used a literal fucking Sig Sauer handgun, dude. Specifically, it was an SP 2022, which I don't think is even made anymore. I think it was a used model. They found that some gun shop was what it was and bought it there was what it was then. So, but yeah, it was a gun that has like a 15-round magazine or something in it, dude. So, and he was able to kill 4 people and wound 7 others with that gun before finally being stopped. The only times you have like AR-15s and stuff like that using these mass shootings, dude, are ones you can directly tie to people who are clearly U.S. government psyops. Whether that be Uvalde, whether that be Sandy Hook, whether that be fucking Top Supermarket, etc. You know? But yet, meanwhile, you have all these other ones used in the past. Hell, look at Columbine, for God's sakes. What was that, like 25 years ago this year, if I'm not mistaken? I think this is the 25th anniversary now, if I'm not mistaken, of Columbine, because it was, what, 1999 then, or something, I believe, right? Actually, when did that happen? I think it was 99, actually. I'm thinking about it, dude. Let's see. Yeah, April 20th, 19... So it'd be the 25th anniversary this coming April then. So... That's crazy, dude. It's been 25 years since that happened. The ironic thing about that is that it was not until, well, I should say it was after Columbine, the people that were survivors of Columbine massacre. I believe it was even one of the kids that was shot and had like shrapnel in his body from the bullet fragments and stuff like that. He's actually, or at least was at one point, a state rep in Colorado and helped actually push forward pro-trade legislation to help out gunners in the state is what it was, dude, because he knew criminals were just going to do criminal shit is what it was then. Because that's the whole problem right there, right? Like, it doesn't matter at all, dude, if you have these fucking asshole shithead Democrats in Virginia or any other state for that matter push quote-unquote assault weapons bans because criminals don't follow the fucking law, you fucking idiots. They're just going to defy your stupid bullshit, and they're going to keep fucking having their stuff is what it is. The only thing that hurts is quote-unquote law-abiding citizens who actually sit there and be like, okay, big daddy government, take my guns and fucking shove your big fat government dick up my ass now. Fuck that shit, dude. For real. Seriously. Fucking bunch of bullshit entirely. Actually, I'm going to use that as a fucking transition real quick. To go back to one of the stories we talked about last night is what it was, which was you had, when I was talking about that dude who is dating that person that's a trans woman or whatever, and then claims he's straight and stuff like that, which we talked about that, obviously, with that dude being clearly bisexual is what it is there. It was the same dude that made that clip about a month or so ago where he's like, I'm an alpha male, bro. And it's just funny because it's like, people were talking about the specific relationship there, and one guy in the comment section was like, man, that relationship's got to be a real pain in the ass. It's like, yeah, it's pretty good, man. I'm not even going to lie. It's pretty good wordplay. So, anyway. But, yeah, now you got more nut cases coming out of the woodwork with these so-called teachers. They're trying to push all the trans agenda on these kids still is what it is, dude, which... this is the thing I don't understand, right, with any of this stuff, whether it be political power, seats of power in this country and whatnot, as well as, like, obviously, teaching industry where you're a teacher and stuff like that is what it is, dude. How do we not have mental health background checks at this point for these people that are trying to get the position of power is what it is, dude? Like, especially the teaching industry for that matter. Because if nothing else, like, you would have a lot of motherfuckers disqualified on the spot, that's what it would be, for just being a raging leftist nut job. When they're talking about they, them pronouns and fucking all kinds of fucking gender fluidity bullshit is what it is there, dude. If nothing else, like, that would be the place to start right there, where it's just like, okay, like, just straight up ask them, like, the first question would be like, quote unquote, what is your preferred gender pronouns? And if they even answer the question at all, it's just like, rejected, motherfucker. So, because someone would say like, oh, she, her, they, them, he, him, hers, something like that, whatever the case be. Zer, dog, etc. So, dragon. That would actually be cool to transform into a giant dragon, actually. Or like that, what was that show back in the day? Animorphs, I think is what it was called. Where they could like touch an animal and it would like allow them to like turn into that animal then. So if you like touch a tiger, you could like turn into a tiger then, or a lion, or a dog, or a cat, or like a horse or something like that. What it would be then? That'd be pretty fucking cool. Actually, it'd be cool to be a centaur. That would be pretty cool. Where it's like top half guy, bottom half horse. Somebody actually brought up a good point of that one. Actually, though, it's like, as a centaur, because you're like, upper half dude, and then the like everything from the waist down would be like horse basically. But like the way that you're obviously like, because your front half is like that, and then it goes down into like the like front legs of a horse is what it is there. So it's like technically, why don't you have two dicks as a male centaur is what it'd be then, And it does kind of make sense. It would be like, okay, yeah, why don't you have a male dick in the front and then like a horse cock in the back is what it is then. So although I guess it makes more sense that it would just be the one, because it would be, the fact that you're like, it's midsection up is human, and then the bottom half would be obviously that of another animal, as it would be then. So it's kind of like the same thing with the whole like trans women thing is what it is, dude. It's like, yeah, you got your, upper half up to the head is what it is there, looking all female and stuff like that. And then it's like, pull the fucking pants down, and it's a fucking dick staring in the face is what it is then. So Actually, I was watching a good one yesterday. This guy talking about he tried to claim that it wasn't like bisexuality or being gay or whatever the case be, and it's like some gender fluid BS or whatever the case be, because people are like fetishized and like have attraction like both genders or whatever the case be. And I'm like, no, dude, you're just fucking adding more steps to it. Like, you're obviously bisexual if nothing else. It's that simple, really. And the fucking story, dude. Seriously. So, anyway. But yeah, it's a bunch of shit though. That asshole in Virginia is the biggest fucking scumbag ever, dude, is what it is. Actually, one of the best Virginia state reps right now is an actual veteran of this country, which would be this Nick guy right here. And if I'm not mistaken, he actually ran on a platform that wasn't I'm a military vet or whatever the case be. It was just like, hey, I'm running for office to actually fix this fucking country kind of thing. And it was on a conservative platform, and that's what he ran as. And then he was, running on pro-gun legislation and pro-gun ideology and stuff like that's what it is. And yeah, he's since, followed through with his promises, what it is there, or at least tried to anyway. So,
arguing against the measure, Culpeper area Republican delegate Nick Freitas. He was a special forces weapons sergeant in Iraq. He says the focus of legislation should be criminals, not guns.
Exactly.
If you take a weapon and you put it on a desk and you don't touch it, nobody gets assaulted. People do assault other people. And that should be the sort of crime that we're actually going after. But again, we're going after inanimate objects.
Exactly.
Yeah. And that's the whole problem right there, right? And that's the real truth at the end of the day. It's, instead of actually punishing a criminal for doing a crime, you're like, oh, let's punish a fucking inanimate object that did nothing, dude. Hell, this entire time I've been shooting this for the past 27 minutes almost now, I've had an AR sitting next to me this entire time right now. Off camera, obviously. I've had it sitting in this room for days, actually. You know what it's done? Nothing. It hasn't magically loaded itself up. It hasn't magically started stalking around the house, shooting at me or anything like that, dude. Because, shocker, it's a non-sentient object. It's an inanimate object. Until I would pick it up, load a fucking mag into it, rack the charging handle, and load around in the fucking chamber, and then go outside and shoot at something with it, whether it be some targets I have up back, whatever the case be. Only then would it be me, a human being, actually pulling the fucking trigger and causing it to go bang. But this is the entire problem with these fucking assholes in power right now, dude. They don't give a shit about that because their end game is to literally ban everything. It is to go full tyrant. It is to do exactly what our founding fathers fought against with the British Empire in 1776. Exactly why these fuckers want to push us to the point where we are going to go into a second American Civil War very soon in this country that's going to be hot. Because technically we're already in one right now. It's just a cold Civil War currently. The only thing that hasn't made it go hot right now is there's been nobody shot yet. Or nobody stabbed yet or any other political assassination kind of thing is what it is there, dude. But God forbid Democrats make that shit happen this year is what it is, dude. Like, I believe, honestly, that, like I said many times on this channel and even on this channel for that matter, dude, I think Democrats in this country right now will do every possible thing that they can to maintain power by the end of the year. And that includes assassinating Donald Trump right now. And it may even include, at the same time, them playing like basically a 5D chess game for that matter too, where they're like, okay, we got to take out some Democrats too, just to like make it seem like it's not us doing this is what it is there. And they just pick like 2-3 Democrats to maybe not kill entirely, but just like severely wound is what would be there, like kind of like how that Bernie Sanders supporter guy several years back now went to the congressional baseball field when the Republicans were practicing and stuff like that and trying to kill a bunch of them is what it was there. But was real shitty with firearms handling. He wasn't able to hit nobody is what it was then. And finally got taken out by the cops is what it was then. I could see them doing something like that, honestly, where they just they just fucking have some MK Ultra operative ready to go right now is what it is there. And just have them, do the activation code on that person or whatever it is there, like, chili pepper or something like that is what their, code word is for that matter to activate their fucking mind control shit is what it is there. And then from there, you would have them then go on a Rampage, obviously taking out Trump would be their first goals would be there. And then the end game for that thing would be like, okay, here's like, 2 or 3 Democrats in that same area that they could then go target would be then, and not maybe for that specific one, it would not be to, kill those people. It would just be like, a shoulder wound or a leg wound or something like that would be for these people then. Or like, okay, they got, a blown off kneecap or something like that would be there. Yeah, I could easily see that being a thing right now. Democrat people in this position in this country keep their political power in place right now. So this dude. So I hope I'm wrong about that, honestly, dude. But I could easily see these fuckers doing this right now, dude. And that's why I'm going to call it out right now before it even potentially happened then. So I can look back and be like, hey, I was fucking right about this shit, dude. I was right about their fucking end game is what it is there. So, yeah. But anyway, it's just a scary situation all the way around is what it is, man. And I think things are just getting worse and worse every day right now. And there's only a matter of time before we have just the fuckery going on in this country entirely. So, but anyway. Let's see. Going back to the rest of this thing right here. Sorry, I'm trying to get rid of because obviously I know Colin and War took out obviously it's sort of like pieces of a newscast here. I'm trying to get to the parts of the newscast is what it is in this video that he made.
And while the bill does not impact assault weapons manufactured before July 1st, 2024, it does prohibit younger Virginians, those under age 21, from owning, selling, or transferring assault weapons, regardless of the manufacture date. Freda said,
so 18, 19, and 20-year-olds are now banned from owning, trading, selling, etc. ARs, AKs, whatever considered assault when there's what it would be then. Bunch of bullshit. It's deprivation of law no matter how you look at it, dude. No matter how you slice it, it's always that stuff. And this is what I understand. Like, how in 2024 are we living in a country where deprivation of rights or color of law is not a felony nationwide? It is not a hardcore life imprisonment, death penalty felony right now. For the 2 options of that. Because right now, obviously, it's a misdemeanor nationwide is what it is. And there's 4 charges you can get for it. The first one is 366 days in a jail cell. You can never hold elected office again after that then. Second one is 10-year imprisonment. Never hold elected office again after that. Third one, life imprisonment. Fourth one, death penalty, all depending on severity of the crimes and how many people are affected by it, et cetera there. But that's what I'm saying. When you're affecting an entire state with your BS unconstitutional bullshit, dude, how is that not immediate life imprisonment felony charges, dude? And this is the thing right now. If you actually had deprivation of rights or color of law be a felony in this country, it would mean that the American people could literally walk on a state house and legally citizens arrest these fucking cock-sucking, oath-breaking, fuckboy, tyrant traitors out of the General Assemblies, dude. And that's exactly why they don't want it to be that way. They are trying to restrict our rights to remove their fucking scumbag, corrupt, criminal asses from power right now is what it is, dude. And I'm fucking over it, man. I seriously want to see deprivation of color of law become a felony nationwide right now, dude. For this exact reason. Because they're trying to fuck over our country right now. Anyway. Continuing back on this, though.
The manufacture date. Freda says he fears if this bill becomes law, even greater restrictions could be ahead.
Of course they will.
So ultimately, I don't agree that this is going to save lives. And I also don't agree that this is where it's going to... I think any better...
Yeah. Yeah, of course, Colleen cut fucking Freitas off. Yeah. Well, the entire point there is... If there's any more of this, I'm just Colleen bullshitting. Well, the whole point that Freitas was mentioning, though, he is right about that one. It will restrict people further, is what it is, dude. So...
Far from becoming law, it would have to be approved by both House and Senate, and after that would go to Governor Glenn Youngkin, who could veto the measure.
Oh, he'd veto the shit out of that,
dude. In a recent
dude.
address, the governor called Virginia's current gun laws, quote, some of the toughest in the nation.
If Virginia has some of the toughest gun laws in the country, and the anti-2A lobby is always talking about how they just want common sense, reasonable gun laws, why are they still trying to pass gun laws in a state with some of the toughest gun laws? It's because they think any and every gun law is reasonable, which makes them unreasonable. And when you...
Yep. And that's the entire point. And then we go back in history to, what was it, 2004, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, with The Killdozer event? Where, you know, sometimes reasonable men have to do unreasonable things? Do you want another Killdozer event, people? Do you want millions of Americans to create Killdozers now? Is that your fucking endgame, Democrats? Do you just have Killdozers going around the country? Wrecking up your fucking shit is what it is there, buddy? I don't know, man. Seems pretty stupid play to me, honestly, if you're gonna go that route, dude. So, yeah. It just seems like a bunch of BS entirely, dude. I'm gonna go see if I can find the actual video in question here, though, that Colian was using in that particular clip there, because I want to specifically watch it myself here, because I want to specifically get that one point where Nick was talking about stuff and see if they talked about that a little more there. Virginia. Okay. This was lobby day from 3 weeks ago is what it was there, so let's see. Yeah, this is probably the video then in question. They're pretty close to part of it anyway there. Actually, I don't know if this is a video or not, but you did have the Virginia Citizen Defense League out there a few weeks ago, though, for their lobby day talking about guns save lives, and they're right about that. They do, obviously. You know, you got your... Let's look at this crowd right now. You got some older men, some younger men, some teenagers, etc. out there. Doing what needs to be done. Yep. That's how it needs to be, man, for real. Okay, this is Freddy's talking about some stuff right here, actually.
School zones.
Oh, wait. This is something about gun-free school zones. See if I can turn this up a little bit.
School zones.
What we're truly obsessed with is the idea of individual liberty and personal responsibility.
Meanwhile, those with the Virginia Center for Public Safety holding a gun violence vigil as they ask for
Virginia Center for Public Safety. What a fucking joke, dude.
Stronger gun storage laws and a ban on assault rifles.
If more guns made us safer, we'd be the safest country in the world.
These stupid fucking Karens just need to shut their goddamn mouths, dude. Seriously.
And we're not. We're like,
no, we're not, because you never talk about what the actual fucking problem is, lady, and it's a bunch of minorities killing each other in this country. That's the truth of the matter. When you look at most fucking gun crime in this country, it's black males between the ages of 16 and 20-something that kill other black males, usually what it is. Or if nothing else, going fucking drive-bys and target and end up shooting up a house that has fucking kids in it. Or hell, for God's sakes, looking here in Canton, Ohio, over fucking 4 years, or almost 4 years fucking later now is what it is, dude. With the murderer Ace Lucas. An 18-month-old black baby who was snuffed out in the fucking prime of his life because a bunch of fucking criminal pieces of shit went into his backyard, literally tripping over fucking child's toys in the fucking yard, and opened fire on the fucking house, dude. Why'd they do that? Because his father, Aaron Lucas, had apparently stolen a bunch of fucking drugs and cash from these stupid assholes gang is what it was, dude. And they were trying to get retaliation on the fucking father is what it was. And then, of course, it was about 6 months to a year later, give or take, when you actually had the trial finally coming up and everyone's going to testify in it, obviously, to the people that killed, to the one guy they actually caught that was one of the shooters in his son's death, that the other two shooters that were still out there, that from my understanding were probably from Chicago, had come into Ohio from Chicago, actually, you know, brought their illegal guns with them is what it was there. And I don't know if it was those guys that found Aaron or who it was, but somebody killed his ass on the streets is what it was, dude. And it's fucking ridiculous, dude, is what it is. We're also never talking about how many illegal aliens are in this country right now in illegal possession of firearms right now. Hell, you have the fucking DACA couch, for God's sakes, dude. You got California, who restricts gun rights of legally armed citizens in their state, yet they're trying to give a bunch of people who don't have any legal right to be in this country because they're not American citizens the ability to, A, become police officers in the state of California, and B, being illegally handed a fucking firearm as a cop when they're not a legal U.S. citizen to be able to have possession of that firearm to begin with. That's what it is. It's like, who put the fucking crazy pills in the water, dude? It's fucking insane, is what it is. And then you got these dumb cunts like this fucking Karen here in Virginia bitching about, oh, if more guns meant more lives being saved. No, dumb bitch. It's the fact that pieces of shit like you, lady, continue to uphold 34 fucking years later the Gun-Free School Zones Act of 1990 that creates fucking soft targets, that creates bans on where people can carry, you fucking dumb cunt. And then you wonder why people go target these fucking soft targets to go commit massacres and get fucking high body counts when they specifically say it in their fucking manifestos in many cases. That, hey, they targeted this fucking place because they knew there was going to be zero fucking resistance to their fucking massacre. I really have fucking had with these fucking stupid cunts, dude. And they're all, by the way, every single one of these dumb bitches for the most part, dude, is all women way the fuck over childbearing age at this point. Where they've already gone through menopause and they're like late 50s, early 60s, something like that's what it is, dude. Or even older than that for that matter. And they want to sit there and be all like, back in my day, everything was so much. Yeah, back in your fucking day, you know what happened, dumb bitch? You had the 1965 Hart-Celler Act be passed that completely fucked the demographics of this country forever is what it is then. Where you allowed a bunch of illegal aliens into this fucking nation to then get on welfare immediately, to then get on fucking Social Security immediately when they didn't put in the system at all for that matter. And then turn around, you had fucking dickhead Reagan administration like 15, 20 years after that. Then create fucking chain migration bullshit where all these people that were here for like 10 or 15 years illegally could then turn around and bring in their fucking dickhead families. And then so you had mom, dad, fucking stepdad, stepmom, fucking aunt, uncle, grandma, etc. 10, 20 fucking cousins coming with them and stuff like that, dude. And then you wonder why our country's been so fucked up, is what it is, dude. And you wonder why I talk about the whole fucking, melting pot thing being a bunch of bullshit lies, is what it is, dude. Because it was. You know, you look at the whole fucking bullshit on the fucking Statue of Liberty's book there, is what it is, dude. The whole, give us your tired, your hungry, your poor, whole mass and stuff like that, dude. A lot of people don't realize this. That particular phrasing was not put on there until John F. Kennedy's administration in the 1960s, dude. When that Statue of Liberty was given to us by the French back in the day, it never had writing on it at all. It was not until the 60s that you had a bunch of fucking deep state motherfuckers go out there and be like, we should totally sell the lie to these fucking people now. Of the whole fucking multiculturalist fucking country is what it is then. And then, of course, they did. And then you wonder why it's led to this whole fucking shit show now is what it is, dude. Where you have criminal gangbangers of every fucking race, color, creed across the board now. When you got fucking Somali terrorists in fucking Maine now who are legitimate members of the state house there is what it is. Who are basically telling U.S. veterans to go fuck themselves while pushing fucking a bunch of shit for illegal aliens in this country. Go to business be or begin with what it is, dude. And for those who know what I'm talking about with that one, I'm gonna bring it up here in a minute here, as soon as I find it again. Which is, here we go. This was Libs of TikTok 15 hours ago. It was, where is that? New Maine bill would establish a state office to help illegals integrate. When questioned why they don't use these resources to help our veterans whose needs are ignored, State Rep Dequa Diloc explained that illegals deserve priority over veterans. And who is Dequa Diloc? Or however his name is what it is. Oh yeah, a fucking Somali piece of shit in America, dude. Who was mayor of South Portland from 2021 to 2022 and is now part of the fucking state house there. But is yet, quote unquote, a Somali immigrant. And the first African-born female mayor in the United States. Why the fuck are we allowing these fucking people to hold any position of power in our country, dude, when they're not fucking Americans? When they put Somalia in front of America. It's a fucking takeover, people, for God's sakes. Seriously, how do we not have the Founding Fathers Act / No Foreign Born Act on the fucking books right now to where none of these cocksuckers can ever hold fucking office in this country ever, dude. Where they're automatically disqualified from even running for fucking office at that point. Because they're not Americans, because they won't embrace America. If they embraced America, they would say, fuck Islam, rip that fucking hot Jew off their shooting fucking heads, burn it in a fucking barrel, and then burn a copy of the Quran fucking with it, dude. Which is what they should have to do at this point to prove their fucking loyalty to this country is what it is, dude. But none of them ever fucking will is what it is. I fucking hate with these people, dude, seriously. Oh, shocker. Where exactly was this woman born in Somalia? Let us see. Let's go down the rabbit hole a little bit. Fucking Mogadishu, the place that Black Hawk Down happened. How the fuck? Seriously, this woman's 56 years old, dude. That means in the 1990s she was in her 20s. How the fuck do we know that this bitch wasn't part of the fucking Black Hawk Down situation trying to kill fucking American soldiers, dude? We don't. That's the entire point. She could have easily been one of the teens or 20-somethings trying to kill a bunch of U.S. soldiers back in the 1990s, dude. And yet we're going to let this fucking piece of shit in our country to be able to hold power in our fucking nation? Fuck that shit, dude. Fuck that bullshit. It really is time to just fucking do what our founding fathers should have done decades ago, dude, which was put in the actual Constitution, the thing that they wanted to do, which was ban Islam from this fucking country soil entirely is what it is. And fuck that goddamn cult forever, dude. The fuck? Okay, I gotta read this shit right here because there was Second Amendment was trending for some reason here on X. And looking down the top things over here, this Max guy said, Hawaii Supreme Court just nullified Second Amendment by claiming that the, quote, spirit of aloha trumps the Constitution and SCOTUS rulings and allows the state to ban possession outside the home. Go fuck yourself, Hawaii. Dude, I'll tell you what, like, that place shouldn't even be a state at this point, honestly. It really shouldn't. So... let's see, then we got this one, which was in the state of Maryland, which is last night, this Angelite woman said, last night I discussed 2 firearm bills filed in Maryland, one that requires legal gun owners to carry liability insurance, which is unconstitutional fuck, by the way, and the other imposes an 11% excise tax, also unconstitutional illegal, on manufacturers and gun shop owners. The best sound I got from all my callers is this. Insurmountableism? Yeah, bunch of shit, dude, entirely.
Of a policy strategy called incrementalism.
Oh, incrementalism.
Which means they nibble away at the Second Amendment.
Yeah.
Little bite by little bite by little bite.
Yep.
And their overall goal is to make it more expensive, harder to get, and subject to more legal punishment for legal gun owners. That's my...
Yep, and that's exactly the case right there, dude. It's incrementalism. It's, you don't take a big fucking bite out of the shit, dude. You don't go, and just take like a huge fucking chunk out. No, you go and just nibble away at it is what it is there. It's like a mouse eating a piece of cheese, basically. They don't take the big old bite of the fucking cheese that's in the mouse trap. No, you cut it, you take a little nibble off of it or whatever the case be, so you don't get caught is what it is there. It's okay what the Democrats do, man. It's what they love to fucking do because they're a bunch of rats, they're a bunch of fucking scumbags, they're a bunch of fucking pedophile traitors into this fucking country right now, dude. And the same thing with the Rhino Sacks shoot who fucking back their bullshit is what it is, dude, without arresting their fucking ass straight out of office what it is there. Like, seriously, in a just society, dude, that Nick Freitas guy in Virginia should have been beating the fuck out of Daniel Helmar on the fucking Virginia House floor then, dude. They should have literally had a fucking fist fight right then and there over the whole thing. Because that's how it shit needs to be treated. You're gonna fucking sit there and attack gun rights and attack the Second Amendment in this country, dude. You need to get your fucking ass beat right there on the fucking right in the chambers. Then is what it is. Seriously. All right, let's go back to the haggard old Karen here for a minute, then.
Both efforts facing some barriers to turning their wishes into legislation.
What kind of gun is that even? It's either a full auto or a burst, or like a through-on burst something or other, though, because that was shooting and burst like fire when that guy fired it there.
Inflation.
We intend to get a lot of laws passed, and we intend to get a lot of legislation on the governor's desk.
Fucking unconstitutional, stupid cunt.
How he stands on this issue.
With Democrats controlling.
He already told you how he stands on the issue, you stupid bitch. It's called go fuck yourself and your anti-gun bullshit, you stupid whore.
Both the House and the Senate, their bills will still have to face the threat of the McGunkey's veto. And Republicans will have to try to get some support from those on the left.
They're talking about no compromise.
Oh. That's Cam Edwards, for those who don't know. That's the guy that does Bearing Arms.
But the sad thing is, there is so much we can do to actually collaborate that doesn't involve stripping us of our fundamental rights.
Either way, both sides can agree they are not content with the current status of gun control in the Commonwealth, and it's something they're working to change.
We are making it normal that this scourge of gun violence happens every single week. We can do better.
Yeah, why don't you talk about the scourge of gun violence and what actually happens, buddy? It happens with people that look a lot like your ass, bitch, that are about 16 to 20-something years old, asshole. But no, you won't actually admit that because it means that you're a fucking failure, dude, in the congressional district you represent there in Virginia, you asshole. And that's the whole problem right now. That's a good what it is with these black Democrats, dude. It's just like that fucking stupid bitch, Tiffany, what is it, Hayard or Haynard? Yeah, it's like Henyard, I think that's what it is. She's we're actually going to talk about that here in a minute too, for that matter, because it's something that's been popping off in a couple of weeks now. Is what it is in my feeds here on X. Is what it is there. So you got this woman who is in, I want to say it's a suburb of Illinois, like it's outside Chicago or whatever the case be, but I believe it is like a suburb of Illinois, if not mistaken. And she's been pushing all kinds of crazy bullshit here. And now she's a mayor of this fucking town. Actually, let me go figure out exactly where she's mayor at, is what it is here, and I'll tell you exactly where she lives at now. Let's see. Okay, she was a former trustee, became the village of Dalton's first and youngest female mayor in the village's 130-year history, is what it is. Okay, so it's Dalton. Okay, where is Dalton then? Illinois. Okay, so she is the mayor of Dalton, Illinois then. So yeah, this crazy bitch, this crazy fucking cunt, dude, who has pushed race-based bullshit her entire fucking worthless ass career is what it is here, dude, because she's a black supremacist sack of shit is what it is. Which when you actually look up this stuff, and you look up her ass on Google searches here, you get all this stuff right here. Dalton mayor to critics, I'm the leader. Former Dalton police chief exposes Mayor Tiffany Henyard's alleged misuse of funds. Quote, you should be ashamed. Mayor of Illinois town fires back at critics after being accused of stealing funds and stuff like that, because she fucking did, by the way. And then we got 9 hours ago from the Daily Caller. You all are black. Besieged Democrat mayor scolds critics for attacking her ass. Dalton trustees override Mayor Tiffany Henyard's veto on budget cuts. Dalton former top cop exposes Mayor Henyard's misuse of funds. Okay, so who is Tiffany right now, dude? Let's see. This is what she was saying in this bull. Look at that fucking scowl on this cunt's face, dude, too. Like, this is the piece of, like, that's what I'm saying, dude. This is the fucking ghetto trash that gets elected in these places, dude, is what it is. Like, they get elected into office, and then they immediately fucking go full retard, and immediately go fucking full criminal, stealing your fucking taxpayer money, misusing your fucking funds for their own personal trips and stuff like that. And then, on top of that, they will go full narcissistic asshole and full nepotism and stuff like that, because they'll create positions in their administrations there for, like, you know, it's like some made up bullshit is what it is. I'm not even gonna, I can't remember what the hell the name of some of these is, what it was they created before at this point, dude. But it's basically like, it'll just be something that they put a family member into, is what it is, though, where it's just like, you know, director of public trust and some BS, whatever the case be it is. And it's nothing more than to give that family member 130, 150,000, whatever it is there, in taxpayer money for a position that shouldn't exist in the first place, is what it is, dude. It's just a way for them to steal more funds from the taxpayers, what it is at the end of the day. And it seems to me like it happens in almost every Democrat city in this country. And when you start breaking it down by racial lines, it happens more and more in black Democrat areas, is what it is, dude, with their mayors and city councilmen and stuff like that, et cetera. There's what it is. So, but yeah, it said, this is a quote from her. He said, you should all be ashamed of yourselves because you are all black and sitting here attacking a black woman in power. This was her response when questioned about using taxpayer funds to pay for multiple lavish trips first-class plane tickets, a $1 million giveaway, and her $287,000 salary when it should be like less than $30,000 for God's sakes. Like seriously, bro. How are you the fucking cops in this town and you're not arresting this fucking kind of office for stealing taxpayer money? Like, it just blows my fucking mind, dude. Like, seriously, how corrupt are you as a fucking police officer in this country that you're not going to go march on this bitch's fucking office, slap the cuffs on her fucking cunt ass, or get a fucking cunt ass, and rip her out of fucking power at that point, dude, for a shitload of fucking criminal felonies then. Including theft of taxpayer funds, including deprivation of the code of law, including dereliction of duty, etc. You know, which I think technically dereliction of duty and obviously deprivation of the code of law is obviously misdemeanor charges. But you know, the point I'm trying to make though is like she's obviously stolen fucking funds, dude. Like seriously, like how is that? Like how is theft of funds not an immediate fucking rule from office, dude? Like there's been other people in the past in other states here in Ohio, even for that matter. It was what was that guy's name? Jimmy DeMore, if I'm not mistaken, who was arrested for like embezzlement and shit, dude. Like how is that not a charge right now? She's obviously embezzling fucking funds, dude. Like she's obviously misappropriating funds too, for that matter. That's another fucking felony charge for that matter on her ass then. And then not to mention that she's also just like straight up stealing money is what it is there for her fucking salary then. Like it just, oh my god, man. And people wonder why people like me get fucking pissed, dude. Because we see corruption like this not being dealt with accordingly is what it is. Like, seriously, every person that voted for this woman should be ashamed of themselves right now, dude. She is a fucking criminal, and you are backing a fucking criminal. Let's go ahead and listen to her bullshit for 2 minutes, what it is, though.
Y'all should be ashamed of y'all black. Y'all are black. Y'all sitting up here beating and attacking on a black woman.
Oh my god, she sounds ghetto as fuck too, man.
Y'all should be ashamed of yourselves.
Dalton's difficulties got worse in recent weeks with water main breaks and your claims on trustee budget cuts. Then 4 people were shot and injured last week, leaving nerves frayed and Henyard's opponents pointing out her sizable security detail.
Let me go back in there.
Y'all should be ashamed of yourselves. Y'all black. Y'all are black. And y'all sitting up here beating and attacking.
Yep, typical fucking black supremacist. Play the fucking race card because it's the only fucking card in your deck because you know you're a fucking criminal piece of shit, Tiffany. You fucking cunt. So needs to happen to your bitch ass lady. Right across the fucking face.
Black woman that's in power. Y'all should be ashamed of yourselves.
No, you should be fucking ashamed of yourself, cunt, for being a fucking criminal, stealing taxpayer funds for your $287,000 salary, and it should be less than $30,000 a year, you stupid bitch. For doing a $1 million giveaway that probably went to one of your family members, I'm guessing, honestly. For stealing fucking taxpayer funds to pay for first-class plane tickets for lavish fucking trips that you and your idiot fucking husband took, bitch. So, yeah, fuck you, cunt.
In recent weeks with water main breaks and your claims on trustee budget cuts. Then 4 people were shot and injured last week.
4 people shot.
Nerves frayed and Henyard's opponents pointing out her sizable security detail.
Of course she does. Of course, dude. Of course. Because typical fucking Democrat, they are an anti-gun sack of shit until it benefits them to be having armed private security at all times. So, of course, you're going to have a giant detail. Just like that bitch Cori Bush, another BLM fucking terrorist who should have been in federal fucking prison for what she did in Missouri back in the 2020 riots, dude. When she was a BLM chapter head. When she was little people fucking setting fire to the fucking state, there's what it was. In the St. Louis area.
Fortunate that politics are being played, but what has happened is $1 million out of my budget has been cut because of politics.
Yes, police chief.
Y'all forget I am the leader. They want to hear from the
You ain't the leader of shit, bitch. You are a fucking mayor of a town that shouldn't even be mayor of a fucking town. They have every legal right at this point to remove your fucking cunt ass from office, you fucking criminal cunt.
mayor. If y'all ain't learned that yet, the mayor, not the trustees.
Yeah, and guess what, Mayor? You can easily be arrested the fucking office, you fucking cunt, for deprivation of the code of law, and for fucking theft of fucking funds, you dumb bitch, for embezzlement, for fucking bribery, for a bunch of fucking felony crimes, you dumb bitch.
That don't do nothing. That only run their mouth. Y'all don't do no
Yeah,
work.
it seems exactly what you're fucking doing, you dumb cunt. You're fucking running your goddamn mouth because you know you're a fucking criminal piece of shit, lady.
No work.
Tiffany Henyard considers herself something of a crusader.
Oh my
One who's
God, bro.
deeply annoyed by questions from a rebellious group of Dalton trustees who are in a standoff with her over spending.
At the end of the day, vendors are not being paid. Board approved it. The vendors are not being paid.
How about you be a good leader, bring RFPs to the forefront, so not just us, but the residents and everybody else in America know how the money is being spent.
Honestly, I'd agree with that one right there. Let's go back on that one. Listen to that one again, dude. Because she was calling Tiffany out on that one.
Being paid.
How about you be a good leader, bring RFPs to the forefront, so not
Be a good leader, bring something to the forefront.
but the residents and everybody else in America know how the money is being spent.
So the residents, everybody else in America knows how the money being spent. Yeah, exactly. That's the whole point, dude. Like, that's what I'm saying, dude. $1 million giveaway, lavish trips, all stuff like that. Again, why would she not do that, right? Why would she not be bringing forward the actual like budget stuff of like here's all the budget stuff, here's all the money I use for whatever here. Why is that? Now, and why she should be arrested out of the fucking mayor's office there. That's why she won't do it, dude. That's why Tiffany Henyard won't do that shit, honestly. Because she knows she's a fucking criminal ghetto sack of shit is what it is, dude. Y'all voted for this shit, dude. Seriously. When you actually look into this woman's fucking thing, here's what it is. And where she was actually where it says here on the thing for this whole thing about her ass. She was elected February 21st with an 82% of the vote at that point. 8-year former village trustee Tiffany Henyard became the village of Dalton's first and youngest woman mayor in the village's 130-year history. So yeah, so she fucked up everybody else behind her, by the way. So she was the first and the youngest, the first female and the youngest person ever. So she was two of those first things, by the way. Which, by the way, I've talked about it before, dude. With the whole first thing, I talked this about fucking was it 6 years ago with my aunt? Actually, it was right after the 2018 midterms. So this was like December of 2018 or so, give or take. It was her, my mother, my uncle, and myself. Which 2 of those people were not dead. Obviously, my mom died here a couple weeks ago from we know what she died from, but I can't talk about it here on the channel what it is though. My uncle was obviously killed by the same thing as what it is, and it was her husband. So it was the 4 of us sitting there having a meal at this local restaurant and stuff. And we were discussing some things about, the midterms and stuff like that. And I'm just like, oh, yeah, these people like AOC and all these other fucking idiots that got into power and shouldn't be in power, whatever the case be. And because she was bringing up the whole thing about them being a bunch of first, whatever the case be. And I'm like, just because they were the first people to do this thing, man, doesn't mean they're actually qualified to be in this position of power. Is what it is there. Which right there is a great example, dude. Tiffany Henyard. The first and youngest fucking mayor of that township, the first female and youngest mayor of that township, or sorry, of that village, completely unqualified for the position of power at all, dude. Hell, she probably wasn't even qualified to be a fucking township trustee for that matter, dude. For that village. So, yeah, it's a bunch of shit all the way around, man. Okay, sorry, I didn't have my thing up here, so I gotta bring it back up now. Okay, so let's go ahead and talk some more about this now, because this is about another 30 seconds on here, give or take.
WGN Investigates has cataloged tens of thousands of taxpayer dollars spent on trips, meals, and more by Tiffany Henyard and her allies in Dalton and on the Thornton Township Board, where she's the supervisor. Township credit card records show Henyard and other officials spent more than $6.
Okay, let's see. They went to New York, Atlanta, Austin, Texas, and Portland, Oregon. Jesus. So probably New York City, I'm guessing there, honestly. Atlanta, Georgia, Austin, Texas, Portland, Oregon.
$67,000 on trips to Portland, Austin, Atlanta, and New York City. Dude. Many of the flights were first class.
Yep.
So
were
the accommodations. In Atlanta, Henyard and her team stayed at the Four Seasons Hotel, costing taxpayers more than $9,000. In New York, the bill came to $13,000. Henyard has refused to explain the specific purpose of the trips or why they travel in such style.
Oh, it's because they fucking hit the ghetto lottery. That's what it is, dude. That's 100% what it is. Because she knows for a fact that her fucking corrupt ghetto ass could have never actually afforded these lavish ass trip she always want to take with the fucking family to these things. So what did she do as soon as she stole power? There, is what it was. She immediately turned around and went full fucking criminal to do that stuff, which is exactly why she needs to be in Illinois State Prison right now. But of course she fucking won't be. Why? Because she's a fucking Democrat. Because she's a black Democrat specifically is what it is, dude. Because black privilege is a real thing in this fucking country, dude. And the last thing that they do is ever arrest a fucking own. Sorry. Actually, this is a great thing that somebody put underneath that then too as well, for that matter. This is what you get when you hire diversity instead of merit. So let's see. We got Levine up there at the top, which is Biden's health secretary, who used to be Pennsylvania health secretary, who is a man pretending to be a woman, by the way, who helped mass murder a bunch of people in Pennsylvania while taking their own mother out of an old folks home that was about to be jabbed up. You got stupid cunt press secretary woman who's a fucking idiot. You got dumb cunt Kamala, who literally fucking sucked dick for fame and then used her fucking pussy, asshole, and mouth to get ahead in politics by blowing Willie Brown, etc. there. Blowing a bunch of other dudes and then getting to the AG's office in California, etc., etc. And then eventually all the way to the vice presidency now that she helped steal. Not sure who this black dude at the bottom is here. Probably some idiot diversity hire is what it is there. And you got Pete Buttplug here at the bottom too as well, who's a fucking idiot who has no position, who has no legal right to even be in any position of power, especially not as the fucking transportation secretary after he botched the fucking shit with the train derailment here in Ohio. Not sure who the oh yeah. So this black one with the glasses here is the idiot from Harvard, who is now in some administrative role, if not mistaken. Then the last moron here with the lipstick on his face is the I forget what that guy's position was there. It was like nuclear administrator person or whatever the case, but he was caught stealing fucking luggage and was then kicked out of the administration and arrested for that kind of stuff. Dude, what it is. It's like, Jesus fucking Christ, bro. Let's see. Let's keep going down this one. See if we've got some other stuff here as well. So you got this one from the same dude. It said, which is a meme here. It says, most of the great problems we face are caused by politicians creating solutions to problems they created in the first place. Exactly, Walter. Exactly, Mr. Williams. I'm going to go ahead and actually grab that up right now for later use. So fucking true, dude. Let's see. And then this guy here said, seems to be a very common defense these days. That would be obviously Fannie Willis in that picture, the piece of shit DA that's trying to fuck over Trump, who's 100% a fucking criminal. And they said, hell, that's actually probably why Henry was going to fucking Atlanta, dude, because she was going to hang out with fucking Fannie and shit. Would be my guess. Because they're probably fucking buddies and stuff like that, would be my guess, honestly. So. This was actually a good one here. It was, not a robot. Select all the squares with parasites, which is Obama, Fauci, Biden, Pelosi, and Kamala. Yep, exactly. Then we got here, your enemy is not in Tehran. They are right here at home. Yep. And of course, the in one is that idiot John Cornyn, who's a rhino sack of shit. You got the is Mitch McConnell. The your is Fauci. The enemy is old ass picture of Biden when he first got in office. The not is Pelosi. I think that's someplace in Iran or something like that. I'm not sure who that guy is. He's one of Biden's administration. Then we got the they person is Elizabeth Warren should be kicked out of the U.S. Senate after her failed presidential run is what it is there. You got the R is younger Chuck Schumer. The right is Gavin Newsom. The here is sack of shit Lindsey Graham. The at is Eric Sowell, who literally fucked a bunch of Chinese spies and stuff like that. And committed a whole bunch of fucking treasonous acts that should be thrown out of office for that matter. And then the home is Janet Yellen. So, yep. Let's see here. Then we got at least, smart guy said at least this Tiffany woman is getting questioned, unlike the Dallas mayor. And this was exposed. Dallas Mayor Eric Johnson partnering with the World Economic Forum. And then you can read what that says yourself. And then reminding you he's a Democrat. Eric Johnson pays his old chief of staff $20,000 a month for consulting while she attends the University of Pennsylvania. Was he fucking his chief of staff? Because that would make sense if you're like paying her off and like bribing her, dude. So, just saying. Let's see. Then we got this person saying, why is race important here? Is this what it sounds like when DEI ideology takes with a blow, screaming? And then it was a picture of that stupid bitch Tiffany being, y'all are black, you should be ashamed of attacking a black woman in power. And then it's a bunch of black people saying, we are doing our colorblind duty of holding our officials to the highest standards. Exactly, dude. And that's what I'm saying, dude. Like, that's all they fucking have. That's all they fucking have is the fucking race card. They want to sit there and cry fucking racism when it's literally people calling you out because you're a fucking criminal, you stupid cunt. But your ghetto ass is too stupid to fucking realize that because you know how many fucking play in your book is what it is there. So you'll go back to every fucking play on every fucking page of the race card is what it is. And most of us are fucking sick and tired of that shit, dude. Go fuck yourself, you fucking black supremacist cunt. Let's see, this other person said that the Tiffany woman is batshit crazy. She's a crook, and when you call her out on it, she goes full on ghetto. Yeah, she goes full on ghetto and full on fucking race card playing is what it is, dude. Now, let's see, this James guy said, how about she be ashamed of ripping off all the black people, using their taxpayer money for her own pleasure. She's black and has no problem ripping them off. Dems always blame the victims. So what does everyone expect at this point? Exactly, dude. Yeah. Well, that's the whole point, dude. And again, it goes back to you literally get what you vote for in this case, dude. Like, stop voting fucking Democrat, period. And like, I'm seriously about to just purge my Facebook page at this point, dude, when it comes to people that I know for a fact are voting Democrat in 2024 and be like, fuck all y'all. We're not friends anymore, dude. Because you're part of the fucking problem, not part of the fucking solution. Here's what it is, dude. Honestly, truthfully, we should all be voting third parties at this point, is what it is, dude. Seriously. Getting everybody that's not fucking Democrat or Republican in power now is what it is there. So these bullshit Tea Party primary systems that we have in place right now in many states like ours here in Ohio. So now let's see. This Zeno said, truth and facts are racist. Accountability is racist. Anyone who speaks truth, facts, and believes accountability is racist. Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much what that Tiffany woman saying there's what it is. Let's see. This Florida person said, I thought the mayors were servants of the people and not people serving the mayors in this country. Zero accountability what just leads to more abuse, and the people are finally waking up and seeing the mess. And then this JD person said, weaponizing victimhood to break rules with impunity. That's exactly what Tiffany Henry is doing, dude. That's actually pretty spot on. I'm actually surprised she didn't go that route, man. Where she's like, why are y'all attacking a black woman? That's white supremacy, bro. Or something like that. That's what it would have been. I'm going to save that meme for later, too, by the way, because that's just funny. By the way, when I was talking about the shifty-eyed dog thing the other day, how Fry's eyes go like real squinty like that, that's kind of what it is, but it's like the dog's eyes going like that's like almost like a slit, but then they're like going back and forth, too, for that matter, like side to side. So that's your shifty-eyed dog stuff is what it is there. So let's see. This Patriots Press said, this type of woman should not be in power. It has nothing to do with her race. She has a victim mentality. These people have a right to be upset with her. Mm-hmm. And this other person said, some blacks are so racist, they pull the race card against other blacks, even when blacks are the ruling majority and have all the power here. Yeah, exactly. Because they can't, that's the thing, dude. It's not like they can blame it on white people, is what it is, dude, because there's no whites in that fucking entire trustees, is what it is there. In the town council, whatever it is there, dude. As far as I'm aware from that newscast that they were showing, it seems like it's all black people at that point. Which I'm assuming that this Dalton area is probably majority black, is what it is then. So let me actually go look at, I'm going to see if I can find the racial makeup of Dalton, Illinois, actually. And see what the, there we go, racial demographics here. Okay, so here is the, let's see, looking up Dalton, Illinois here For racial demographics, Black or African American, 91.19%. White people, 4.96%. Two or more races, 2.66%. Other races, 0.94%. So you have less than 1% of any race, which would be like Asian or Latino, whatever the case be. You have just under 3% people identifying as two or more races, a possibility that they're Black and white, whatever the case be there, or Black, Asian, Black, Latino, whatever the case be. Less than 5% of white people, 91% Black African American. That's crazy, dude. And it makes sense how this woman got into power with 80-something% of the vote is what it is, dude. Because it's like, oh yeah, let's. And I guarantee what it was is that she played the sex card too, for that matter, dude, during that race to get in office back in 2021. It was something where she's like, hey, I would be the youngest and the first Black female to get in office. Here's what it is. And this entire village's history. And people were all like, we should totally vote that shit in then. No, you should vote for the most qualified fucking candidate, not the fucking dumb bitch who's screaming about race and fucking gender ideology and stuff like that, dude. Again, you literally get what you fucking vote for, which in this case was a ghetto Black piece of shit who sits there and embezzles fucking money from you is what it is, dude. And then you wonder why people are pissed off about it then. Ghetto black supremacist piece of shit who wants to play the fucking race card every chance she gets when she's being attacked for literally fucking embezzlement and other felony crimes is what it is, dude. See, this Daryl guy said Henyard sounded like a Black slave plantation owner. So, or sorry, slave plantation overseer. Yep. Yeah, that would make sense. Like, I think I don't know if you guys were ever watched that, what's that movie called? Django Unchained, where you had Samuel L. Jackson's character being the, head of the household is what it was there. And then he looked at all the field people as if they were like less than him is what it was. That's exactly what fucking Tiffany Henyard looks like in this case, dude. Where she's basically the head of the house. And then she's looking at all the fucking field slaves and stuff like that and being like, y'all are worse than I am, kind of thing, or whatever the case be. Because people fucking look at themselves, dude. They lift themselves up into positions of power so they can embezzle like a motherfucker, dude, is what it is. Let's see here now. This Pox person said America has entered phase 5. Number 1 phase was Me Too. 2 was Black Lives Matter. 3 was trans rights. 4 was diversity, equity, inclusion. And 5 is entitled Black Women of Power, which is EB-WAP. Yep. God, she just looks like, dude, like, oh my God, bro. Like, this chick just looks like, she just has like resting bitch face right there is what it is, dude, for real. So, let's see here then. This person here said this is basically her. Said, if only you all were less greedy with a little more tax money, the government could do so much more for the country. Let's see, we got national debt, $28 trillion. War, military, $750 billion. What's that one right there? Salaries and bribery, propaganda, $79 million. COVID spending, et cetera, $40 billion to Ukraine, all the place like that is what it is there. So, yeah, and this person said that Tiffany woman is really something. And so observers have also noted that Henyard has made challenging her for elected office far less lucrative. Allies on the township board recently passed an ordinance that would reduce a newly elected supervisor's salary from Henyard's current rate of more than $200,000, which that way it's $270,000, to less than $48,400. Henyard would continue to receive her current 6-figure salary if she's reelected. Trustee Gonzalez said he sees it as a blatant move to keep competitors out of the race. Well, in the first place, how the fuck are you, as a bunch of actual city council people at that point, not going to have her ass arrested or at least force a fucking vote through to reduce her fucking salary at that point, dude? You have the ability to do that stuff, by the way. By a vote of like 20 to 1, whatever it is there. Like, seriously, how are you going to allow her to keep that fucking crazy-ass salary, dude? That's on you people, for that matter, dude. It's a bunch of bullshit entirely, dude. I can't remember if I said this was limited to TikTok or something else, but yeah, it was actually Unwokeness. It was the one that did this post about Tiffany. Here's what it was. Let's see. This person that went by Book Him Down said, "Oh yeah, that's right. She's black, so she can break any law and violate any ethics she wants. Kind of like how the shoplifters in stores across America, they're black, so it's okay, right? Unless the stores close." Yeah, exactly. And you got Arnett Press and other stupid cunts coming out of the woodwork and being all like, "We should force Walgreens to stay here and be robbed of fucking existence again." Fuck you, cunt. The fuck out of power, you stupid bitch. Actually, Presley's a great example, along with fucking Ilhan Omar, Rashad Tlaib, AOC, Jayapol, Corey Bush, Jamil Bowman, Nancy Pelosi, Maxine Waters, Chuck Schumer, etc., etc. They're all examples of why we need automatic disqualification of power in this country, dude. Lindsey Graham, Mitch McConnell, too, are the other ones, too, for that matter. So, let's see. This Maverick guy said, "Wish Americans really understood just how much their hard-earned dollars that they go out and break their backs to produce gets wasted by heavy taxation and reckless local, state, and government spending." Yeah, exactly, dude. And that's the entire point, though, right? Like, I know Matt was talking about this last night on his Wednesday chat, because I was listening to some of it here a little bit ago, is what it was before I started this. And him and Duke and a bunch of others on the panel, they were getting the whole thing about taxation and theft and stuff like that in this country. And they're right about that. When I can sit, like, seriously. So my mother, before her death right now, bought a vehicle. We were driving it for the last year of her life there. We're going to have to sell that vehicle at some point here in the future, which, by the way, we've already paid the taxes on. We've already paid the insurances, all that stuff like that's what it is, dude. Yet, meanwhile, whoever we sell this vehicle to now, they're going to have to pay the taxes now on a bunch of stuff. They're going to have to go out there and pay taxes for insurance, etc. there, for new tags for the vehicle, for fucking the taxation on the vehicle itself is what it is there, for the upkeep, all stuff like that's what it is there. And then, God forbid, every dollar that's already been taxed like 27 different times is what it is, dude. Like, it really is just insane. Dude. Like, that's the one thing I don't understand, dude, is how we have become so pussified as Americans right now that we haven't gone full 1776 again against the fucking tyrants in this country, dude, that have taxed us to death at this point. Where you literally have a single dollar bill that can now be taxed like 30 fucking times and go into states, governments, local governments, federal government, taxation, etc., dude. It's just psychotic, man. It really is. Like, how is that even legal? Seriously, our founding fathers, for the most part, in 1776, fought over a 3% T-tax, dude. And yet we have like 20+% taxes now? Like, why have we not risen the fuck up at this point, dude? Seriously. Like, it just blows my mind, honestly. And the only thing I could think is it's because you would have, you have that threat of fucking government jackbooted thugs coming in and fucking kicking your doors and then arresting you and stuff like that. Like, that's my only guess, honestly, right now. And as someone who's experienced that shit firsthand, with fucking feds trying to beat my fucking door in 5 years ago, beating on my fucking windows and shit like that while I'm taking a nap over some fucking words for a thought crime. And then it made to my face when they were leaving that after we talked that day of, "Oh, we wasted 6 days on this." And as I told Corey the other day, I was like, dude, I should have got, like, that's the one time in history I should have definitely got a lawyer and just sued the fuck out of people, what it is then. Sued the fucking FBI, taking the fucking badges of Tim and his fucking idiot partners, what it is there. Taking their fucking pensions, etc. And done something better for this country, is what it is then. And it pisses me off to this day that I didn't do that, honestly. Let's see here now. Yes, Liberty Person said, "You can tell Tiffany's on the World Economic Forum team. 2030 food pyramid at World Economic Forum. Antidepressants, soy milk, bugs, seed oils, and microplastics. That last one's disgusting, by the way. That is nasty, too, for that matter. Yeah. As from my understanding, you shouldn't use these seed oils at all to cook with or anything like that, dude, because they're all like toxic and shit and can cause cancers and stuff. So, or from what I've heard anyway. Don't try to strike me for medical disinformation there, YouTube, because it's not fucking the case. I've actually heard this stuff firsthand in videos and stuff before, dude, about the oil stuff. I'm just telling you what I heard. So, just like soy milk is bad for dudes because it gives you a bunch of estrogen in your system is what it is there. Or like how specifically human beings are not supposed to eat bugs because it's the chitin or whatever it is in them. Like that's usually the shells of the bugs is what it is there. If you build up enough of that in your system, it'll actually kill you is what it is. So, as simple as that, really. Anyway, yeah, this person's talking about Tiffany. Said, how cool is it that she can hide behind the screen of former prejudices to pretend to be offended people, but at the same time be an ordinary embezzler? Exactly, dude. Exactly. See, this Herschel guy said, when you pick people for jobs in which competence is required because of the way they look, you have a high chance of picking the wrong person. Yep, exactly, dude. Exactly. But like I said, what do you expect when you have like 91% of the fucking people that live in that place being the same skin tone she is? What it is, man. So, see, this able guy said, do they just pull random black women from the projects and make them mayors now? Who's voting for these people? Well, it seems like it was about 82% of the actual black population of Dalton, Illinois there. So, I'm just saying. But anyway. Yeah. All right, let's see where we're at now. I'm going to read a couple more of these and then we're going to finish off with this. I think is what it is then. Hopefully we'll be back later today with another Buckshot Thursday. Hopefully I'll get a channel strike over this fucking stream is what it is there. But if and I do, I'm going to fight that, obviously. And then we'll just be back on the Lilith Anarchist channel is what it is then for the Buckshot then later today. So anyway, let's see here now. You got this Stacy celebrates tradition saying about Tiffany was playing victim. When you are caught being a criminal, she will fit in really great in prison. Mm-hmm. And then Stella Bryant said, all money that was spent not taking care of her town's businesses should be paid back by her. All her security, plane tickets, motels, food that was more than vacations, then town businesses should be paid back by her and give back to the town's budget. Yeah, exactly. That was actually really hard to read, by the way, because there was definitely a lot of there was some punctuation mistakes in there, but there was also a lot of like grammatical errors. How she wrote that out is what it was there. So, because it could have been written better, obviously, is what it is there. Because it was basically what she was saying was all the money that she spent on plane tickets and trips, hotels, food at the hotels, etc. should all be paid back by Tiffany then. She wrote about that one, obviously. Let's see this. USA Nolts said, don't hold me accountable for my actions because of my skin color, meaning Tiffany's ass, playing the race card, what it was. Yep, exactly, dude. Let's see. This one person here said, blacks are now racist for questioning fraud. Make it make sense. It doesn't. That's the whole point. And again, actually, I won't make sense. When you are caught in a fucking lie and you are a ghetto piece of shit who only has a fucking race card to play, you're gonna fucking play the race card no matter what, dude. That's how you make sense, honestly, dude. You know, it's like what was it, about 6, 7, 8 years ago here in Ohio when you had Janine Boyd in the state house right now, which she's a black female, obviously, and she literally tried to cite slavery for why black women in Ohio should be able to get abortion still when we were passing the heartbeat bill then. And it's like, what the fuck? Like, how the fuck are you going to sit there and cite slavery to be able to kill black children in the womb? Like, what the fuck kind of nonsensical bullshit is that, Janine, you fucking nut job? As far as I'm aware, she was in the Cleveland City Council up until at least a year ago anyway. I don't know if she's still in there or not right now. But yeah, she's a fucking idiot, though, for sure, man. Let's see here now. Yeah, let's see here. This said, what the ordinance does is ensure that Henyard continues to receive her $224,000 a year in salary as township supervisor. But if a non-incumbent becomes supervisor, in other words, if somebody challenges her and wins, the salary for that position is just $25,000 a year, a pay cut of nearly 90%. Fucking ridiculous, dude, is what it is. Yeah, somebody said, wait a minute, I thought this was a white supremacist symbol, meaning the OK symbol there. Yeah, well, I mean, she's a black supremacist, so what do you expect, man? So, seriously. Let's see, this person here was talking about Henry and said, grievance pandering is all that people like this have. Exactly, dude. That's exactly what it is, dude. And somebody else said Henry was a gaslighter. Yep. Somebody else said that $1 million giveaway. Who actually received that? What relation did they have to this woman? Exactly what I said before, dude. Was it her first cousin? Was it her mom? Was it her dad? Who was it, man? You know? Was it her husband? Was it a fucking child of hers, for God's sakes? Exactly, dude. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if that $1 million giveaway had like multiple stages to it or whatever it was, where you had like the first prize was like $500,000 and it was like, you know, 100,000 and then like 50,000 and like a bunch of $25,000 winners, and it was like 20 of her cousins or something like that. That would be the case then, man, that all won the shit. So yeah, very, very shady stuff for sure, man. Yeah, somebody else is talking about easy defense mechanism these days, meaning that she can play the race card, what it is there. And somebody else said, if you're a scam artist, you're a scam artist. Doesn't matter what color of skin you are. Exactly. Yep, here you go. As Kentucky Whig Party said, when backed into a corner, they always use race. Exactly, because it's the only thing they have, dude. That's the entire point. That's the only fucking play in their book is the fucking race card every single time, dude. And somebody else said, how dare you call her out for cheating and stealing? Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what she's saying, man. It's like, how dare you call me out for being a criminal piece of shit, briber, scammer, embezzler, etc. Because you fucking are, you dumb cunt. That's the whole point. See somebody else. This is another example of black on black crime. Black mayor stealing from her black constituents. Yep, exactly. So, all right, let's see here now. Use promo code BLM to receive 100% discount at Nike. Yeah, I think that's one of the 2020 riots right there, actually. So, here you go. There you go. Official race card, 100% oppressed. So, I'm gonna go ahead and take that one too, for that matter. Dude, use that in the future for like debates and stuff. All right, let's see here now. Yeah, then we got good old Fannie Willis here saying, ignore the content of my character. Look at the color of my skin. Happy Martin Luther King Day, Fannie Willis. Yep. And we got Enemy of Lies said about Tiffany, said, a privileged black tyrant in action. Be grateful she exposed herself so transparently. Normally, tyrants try to hide their true evil selves and do great damage until a majority of people figure out and get rid of them. Yep. So, yeah, and this Joe guy said, how dare someone video a public official in a public hearing and then show the video to everyone else who was not there. Oh my God, the shame. Like, seriously. Shit. It's good stuff, man. Good stuff. Yeah.
Testified in New Hampshire.
Post that for later. Let's see here now. I think we're going to leave off with this one here is what it is, which is this courage is a habits comment. Said it is understandable to make fun of diversity hires like this and to ridicule the residents who voted for her, and we should. She will destroy that city, but diversity hires will destroy your businesses and local economy. If you're an entrepreneur or business stakeholder, Download our tool, K-12 Poison Pill, and let us show you how students are weaponized to dismantle your company from within. Sounds interesting. Let's see. So we got CRT, diversity, equity, inclusion, social emotional learning. I think that's what my niece has been taught recently in schools. And we're trying to fight that now. Then we got ESG scores, which is another one, obviously. That's another one of the ones that companies love to do, is what it is. The fuck over everybody's what it is there. Yep. Students in academia are taught to regard business owners as modern-day slave owners. Sad. Sad stuff, man. So... I'm going to go ahead and save that to my likes for later so I can actually download that later, is what it is there. Actually, it seems like that was the last post on there, so that's good. So, yeah, like, what a piece of shit that woman is entirely, dude. God, she is such a fucking insufferable cunt, dude. Yeah, like, you can just see, like, even just going back here and, like, looking at the first couple seconds of that video of her, like, you can just see, like, just the, like, when it starts here, and then you can just see, like, the angry... Why are you also attacking me? It's like, because you're a fucking piece of shit, lady, because you're literally embezzling fucking taxpayer funds, bitch. And when you called out, you sound like a ghetto fucking cunt is what it is. Which is probably where you fucking came from, I guess, honestly, dude. Like, how about actually do your fucking job for as little as possible that you were actually, you know, given as your salary originally, instead of literally fucking raising your salary illegally and then spending a whole bunch of money on fucking lavish trips for yourself and your shitted family is what it is there, bitch. Oh, no, that's right. You can't do that because then it would mean you would actually have to live within your fucking means instead of actually getting into power to then do a bunch of criminal shit. Again, exactly why deprivation of law needs to be a felony nationwide, because if it was, you could literally have the residents of Dalton, Illinois walk into the fucking chambers right there and arrest this fucking cunt Tiffany Henyard right out of the office, dude. Citizens arrest her fucking ass at that point then. And we'd be much better off as a country if she was gone out of power. For every one of these fuckers are going out of power now is what it is, man. Seriously. Anyway, that's about it for today. I'll be back here hopefully later this afternoon for Buckshot Thursday. If I'm not on this channel for Buckshot Thursday, it will be on Lily Striker's channel, because it could be the fact that I got a channel strike for this stream or something like that. That'll be the case then, which hopefully that will be the case. But, you know, knowing fucking YouTube, they'll probably try to strike me for some racism bullshit or something like that's what it is there. Even though I was simply calling out the fucking truth at this point, dude, is what it is, which is you have this Tiffany woman literally being a fucking black supremacist sack shit is what it is there. And trying to use the race card whenever she's fucking confronted about the embezzlement and other crimes she's committing right now. So, which is what they all fucking love to do, man. Especially the ones who are trying to grab guns, by the way. Which they're the biggest hypocrites of all, dude, because they're sitting there being like, well, we need more gun control because of the criminals in my fucking county or my fucking congressional district, whatever it is there. Instead of just being like, hey, we need to actually crack down on the criminals in my congressional district. You know, seriously, bro. It's fucking insane bullshit what it is, man. So, anyway, but, yeah, that being said, though, it's just a bunch of shit, dude, is what it is, man. Oh, boy. Well, it looks like piece of shit McConnell's a fucking traitor. 100% what we thought he was. Because him and other rhinos apparently backed that bullshit border bill now. Senate Republicans block compromise border security bill. Here are the 4 GOP senators who voted with Democrats. We got Rand Paul, Mitch McConnell. This has been a ruse. He's working with Biden and Schumer to funnel your money to Ukraine, using minority of big government Republicans to work with Democrats. Of course he is, dude. He's a fucking scumbag sack of shit traitor, what it is. Again, this is why high treason is death penalty, dude. across the board since their founding fathers' day. Yeah, so Republican senators on Wednesday voted against advancing a compromise border security bill that would allow more money to foreign countries while largely ignoring U.S. border. So a motion to proceed to the package failed by a vote of 49 to 50, with most of the Senate GOP conference voting against it. Republicans Susan Collins from Maine, Lisa Murkowski from Alaska, James Langford from Oklahoma, and Mitt Romney from Utah voted to advance the measure because, of course, they fucking did. Is what it was. Let's see. Susan Collins is around a sack of shit. She went moved to office years ago. Same thing with Lisa Murkowski. Same thing with James Langford. And, of course, Mitt Romney's bitch ass needs to be tossed the fuck out in his ass years and years ago. So it is. So the Senate's $118.28 billion national security supplement package allocated $60 billion in military aid to Ukraine, while only $20.23 billion was allocated to fix the U.S. border system right now is what it is. So, yeah, it's fucking disgusting, dude, entirely. So according to Democrat Senator Patty Murray, chair of the Senate Appropriations Committee, that $118.28 billion national security supplement package includes foreign aid commitments, and there's all the fucking money for that shit right now is what it is. And it was border security stuff, which is our U.S. security, which is like 1/6 of what it actually was, is what it was there, dude. So Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell on Tuesday told reporters that the Senate bill was done on arrival, as it fucking should be, and your asses should be literally tossed in the fucking office over this bullshit too, for that matter, asshole. So, bunch of bullshit entirely, dude. Let's see. Then we got reports. Squatters have taken over 1,200 homes in Atlanta, Georgia, transformed them into an illegal strip club. What? New York Governor Kathy Hochul fast-tracking proposal that would allow illegal aliens to take American jobs. Of course she fucking did, dude. This woman is the biggest cheese-eating rat bastard ever, dude. She should have been... seriously, how the fuck is Kathy not on New York City or New York State's death row right now, dude? For the amount of people she killed in 2020, lockdowns, etc. there. Same thing with that bitch-ass Andrew Cuomo. Oh, yeah, that's right, because New York State is not death row anymore because they were death penalty years ago. Yet, unless you're a child who's unborn in that state, then you can be killed in one of birth it is then, dude. Which is something Kathy Hochul also backed, by the way, as lieutenant governor at the time then. Let's see, then we got children at daycare in Portland, Oregon, forced to play inside due to rampant drug use outside their building. That's disgusting, dude. Fucking sickening, bro. Oh, God. See, new report shows Ford's electric vehicle efforts are costing the company an unthinkable amount of profit. Yeah, because they're fucking stupid, dude, is what it is. DEI bullshit in place again is what it is there, man. Seriously. Let's see. Open border allows Chinese special operators to infiltrate America. Of course it does, because they're all fucking sleeper cells, like I said before, dude. It's all Chinese and Islamic terrorist sleeper cells in this country right now, and then other fucking sleeper cells from like South America, whether it be El Salvadorian gangs and shit that were released from their prison systems over there, etc., Honduras, Nicaragua, Venezuela, places like that is what it is there. MS-13 kind of types is what it is. Cartel types like that is what it is. And yeah, they're going to be the ones who are activated here pretty soon is what it'll be, man. And it's crazy to think about, dude. And it's even crazier to think that pieces of shit like Dick Durbin are trying to give these fuckers U.S. citizenship to come into our military is what it is, then, man. When they're obviously not fucking military of America. They're fucking military of China who should be literally fucking booted out of this country on the spot. If not literally given fucking, high treason, death penalty stuff is what it is there, man, for real. For being fucking foreign national traitors in this country is what it is there, man. So. Ronna McDonald denies reports she's agreed to step down as RNC chairwoman in desperate emails to members. I don't understand how RNC chair is not picked by the people in the party, like the voting populace in that party, dude. Or we're not just given the ability to pick our own person, what it is there, because fuck that cunt. I would 100% vote against her ass right now. So, let's see. Then we got breaking. Family of 9-year-old Chiefs fan sues Deadspin for malicious and wantonly attacks on boy and explosive complaint. Good. They should, dude. Because the pieces at Deadspin were the ones that tried to claim this kid was wearing blackface when he's literally wearing fucking Chiefs colors on both sides of his face, which is black on one side, red on the other side is what it was there. There's the photo over here is what it is. So we got Senate to vote on compromised border security in Ukraine bill. Schumer ready to proceed without border security if necessary. Fuck you, you fucking cunt. Again, how is this fucker not being brought behind treason charges right now, dude? Chuck Schumer's old cunt ass, demonic fucking piece of shit. See, former top Baltimore prosecutor Marilyn Mosby, who's a known Soros fucking puppet, who previously threatened to prosecute federal agents sent by Trump to stop BLM riots, found guilty of, quote, mortgage fraud. Shocker. Imagine my fucking shock, dude. They're always fucking criminals, dude. They are always fucking criminals. Every fucking time, bro. Every fucking time. Let's see, then we got dipshit Mayor Eric Adams boasts his administration is full of, quote, chocolate members, proceeds to compare himself to Jesus. What the fuck? Oh my God, bro. Like that. Oh, Jesus, fuck. The fucking blasphemy against Christianity on that one, dude. Honestly, that's when, y'all remember that one fucking, when in the movie, Die with the Vengeance, when Samuel L. Jackson's character is like Zeus, god of Olympus, shove a lightning bolt up your ass? That's exactly what did happen to fucking Eric Adams right there when he compared himself to Jesus and just seemed to be God, just sending a fucking lightning bolt down, just being like, phew, gone, bitch. So, Adams is the biggest piece of shit in the fucking world right now, dude, when it comes to mayors in this country. That are like high, they're like, when I mean that, by the way, I mean like high level mayors that are mayors of a city that is big enough to be a state, basically, to where like some small states have like governors. Like he'd basically be the governor of the fucking, you know, city of New York is what it is there. So, yeah, it's a bunch of shit, dude, all the way around. Tell you what, man, our world really is going to hell right now. Quick, fast, and in a hurry, as Corey would say. So, I think we will finish this off though by reading this one though, which is the strip club thing in Atlanta. Yeah, squatters have taken over 1,200 homes in Atlanta, Georgia, transformed one into an illegal strip club. Okay, but the other 1,199 are just regular houses. That is what it is. They've taken over. Let's see. It's 12 squatters have taken over 1,200 homes in Atlanta, Georgia, and are terrorizing neighbors with loud parties. One home has even been turned into an illegal strip club. This is a symptom of the lawlessness that has gripped the country in recent years and has made, to make matters worse, laws often favor the squatters, making it extremely difficult for homeowners to get rid of them. Said if this is allowed to continue, the problem will only get worse as it spreads. It said Democrat paradise. Squatters occupy 1,200 Atlanta homes. One turned into a strip club. Then the latest episode of Democrat Utopia, squatters are reportedly taking over hundreds of Atlanta homes, terrorizing neighbors, and even opening up illegal strip clubs in them. Said police response to evict the squatters is so delayed that some desperate homeowners have actually bribed the intruders to leave, according to New York Post. Said whole neighborhoods have been ruined by the horde of squatters. Local home cleaning companies manager Matt Urbanski, emphasized the severity of the crisis, saying, quote, I'd be terrified in Atlanta to lease out one of my properties. Said he should know, as he cleans out homes for corporate landlords, according to the Post. Not only does Urbanski have to clean out squatters' belongings, but one of his employees also got shot, or was also shot following his recent attempt to get squatters off private property. Jesus Christ, dude. Okay, here's my problem with that, right? So one of your employees gets shot in a constitutional carry state, bro. What? Seriously, bro. Brian Kemp made Georgia 22-22 for constitutional carry. Why the fuck aren't you carrying on the fucking job, people? Jesus Christ. If somebody's going to shoot at you, shoot back at them. Stand your fucking ground, for God's sakes. Fuck me, man. Damn, dude. Anyway, said crime is a severe problem in Democrat-run Atlanta, which had record-breaking homicides in 2021, while violent crime reportedly decreased in Atlanta in 2023. Car thefts shot up. According to PJ Media's Chris Queen, who has lived in Metro Atlanta his whole life, noted that Democrats' soft-on-crime policies likely contribute to the squatter crisis. It said, quote, certain parts of Metro Atlanta, the areas under total Democrat control, are looking the other way when it comes to crime, so it's no surprise that criminals are getting bolder and more creative. Said this is supposed to be part of the Democrat equity agenda. Said absolute insanity in Democrat-run Atlanta. Illegal squatters are taking over 1,200 plus homes, even turning some of them into strip clubs. Authorities say evicting squatters in Atlanta is a pretty big challenge. Said squatting should be illegal in every state. This is insane that squatters have more rights than legal property owners. Said this could come to a bad end very quickly. Authorities in Atlanta would be wise to deal with it before people begin taking matters in their own hands. Oh, I guarantee you that's going to happen very soon, is what it would be. I'm actually surprised you haven't had homeowners just walk in there and start shooting these motherfuckers, dude, at this point, honestly. And been done with it, dude. Been like, hey, I was standing my ground on my property. These fuckers were legally in my house and tried to come at me, and I had to kill their asses. Like, it would be that simple, honestly, dude. And I guarantee you, in a stand your ground state, in a fucking state with constitutional carry, etc., there, dude, in many cases, you would have the homeowners not be charged at all, as they shouldn't be at that point, dude. But yeah, like that shit right there, you had one of these guys clearing it out and they got shot at. Like, bro, like every fucking case in the book, that fucking dude that's an employee pulls out his own gun and shoots back and kills that fucking criminal, then 100% they're fucking standing their ground, bro. And shouldn't be charged with anything except fucking taking out the trash is what it is there, dude. Actually, they should be held for taking out the trash is what it is then. So, but yeah. And people wonder why I don't want to move into a fucking Democrat shithole in this state, dude. Like, if I had to leave this area, there's no way in hell I'm walking down to Columbus to hang out with family and stuff like that for a while, man. Because fuck that place. I experienced enough black on white racism there the last time I was fucking in that city, like 14 years ago is what it was. So, no way in hell I'm going in there now and make myself a fucking target is what it is there, man. But anyway. Like I said, though, I will be back later today, though, for our traditional Buckshot Thursday episode. But other than that, that's it for this one. Hope you guys enjoyed this. Have a good one, y'all. Stay safe, stay vigilant, always be carrying. Make sure to carry extra mags with you at all times because you never know if you're going to need them or not, especially with the way things are going. And I would say, as far as that is said, if you can legally carry a long gun with you at all times in your vehicle in any state you're in, do that too, is what it is. Have a truck gun, you know, whether it be a PCC, whether it be an AR-15, whatever the case, it doesn't matter, honestly, dude. All that matters is that you stay safe and you're able to get home to your family is what it is there. Because the criminals will never let you leave is what it is, dude. And they will never let you live when the shit hits the fan here is what it is. So, yeah. Your life matters way more than theirs does, and it's as simple as that, really. So, make it accountable. Make sure that you're the one that actually survives it. Do what needs to be done. And for God's sakes, stand with Texas and every other state that wants to close the fucking border and deal with the situation, the problem in this country as it stands. Later, y'all.